caiu meio-dia, uma chuva e com aroma a natureza se espalhou. Ololololo, festas da natureza eu posso ver. Ololololo, a chuva chegou, a fome acabou, porque eu vou plantar para depois colher. Se ontem chorei, hoje eu vou sorrir, mamaué. Se ontem chorei, hoje eu vou viver, mamaué. Ulaya mote, mamaué. Ulaya kulya, ulaya zambi, mamaué. Ololololo, ombelaya mote, mamaué. Ombelaya kulya, ombela sukudia, mamaué. Ololololo, festas da natureza eu posso ver. Ololololo.
People assume quality car insurance has to cost more. People assume too much. The truth is, drivers who switched to Allstate last year saved money and got better protection. So get the facts, because you know what they say about people who assume. They pay more for car insurance than you and me.
Call Kayode Ajanaku, 9903 State Highway 6 South, Suite 600, Sugarland, Texas 77498. Telephone 713-776-3275.
Welcome back. We're going to take a few calls this morning. We're interested in people calling us and giving us their opinion or comments on what has been going on in the Nigerian political scene, especially the docking of the Senate President, Bukola Saraki. But at this junction, I will also try to remind our audience, please go to our Facebook page and like us. I mean, we also want the people of Houston to give us a call at any time so we can cover some of your community events. Let us know what is going on within your communities and we'll be able to help out that way. But let us get in some calls and let us discuss or make comments on what is going on in Nigeria as regards the Bukola Saraki incident. I'm hoping to receive some of your calls, but we'll take a very, very, very short break so that the calls can come in and we'll discuss that. So we'll take a short break right now and be right back.
Welcome to Wazobia Market.
Welcome back. Before we left, I did say we wanted to see if we could get any calls in to discuss what is going on in Nigeria. But I will also go back to what Professor Awodiya talked about when I said he should give the Buhari government a grade. And he said a C+. Now, he gave his reasons for a C+, that they have not been projected their policy direction properly. And to him, that warrants them to get a C+. Again, we're talking about, there's a call coming in right now. Let me pick that call. Good morning. Who are we talking to this morning?
Good morning. My name is Martin.
Where are you calling from, Mr. Martin?
I'm calling from Houston.
Okay, good. Well, what's your question or what's your comment about the situation going on in Nigeria?
Oh, well, I think it's a welcome development where we have public officials being accountable to the system. And we just want to be sure, what's going to be the sentence if he's found guilty of the charges.
Okay, that's a good question, but, probably not. I mean, what is the sentence? I don't think, because this is not a criminal case yet, the tribunal's job is to find out really whether his assets, which he declared, balances to what he really has as a person. So the repercussions for him is to lose his Senate seat. I mean, he cannot hold public office if he's found guilty, to have lied in his asset declaration. That's one repercussion, and he could be banned for a certain number of years not to hold public office. I don't think, and then they can then recommend to the police or to a criminal investigative authorities if they think some of the assets that were declared were not gotten in the proper way or public money was used. Let me quickly pick up another phone call. Hello?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Tyrell.
Calling from?
From Houston here.
Okay, good. What's your question or what's a comment?
I have a question actually. I'm a little confused. Do you think that the nation, do you think as Nigerians we are handling the Saraki issue, very well?
Most of the time you always say that's a good question. This is a very good question because there are people on all sides of this issue. It's not even just people that support Bukola Saraki. But here is the issue that I think, if we say, are we handling it well? I think generally this is a nice step. We're having someone in power being challenged about his wealth or about how he got his wealth. That's a good step. But here is a thing. Bukola Saraki being brought to sit and answer questions in the dock, I think is wrong. Not wrong because it's kind of not what should happen, but the system doesn't really allow that. Bukola Saraki could have been represented in court by his lawyers and his lawyers. He didn't have to be there. But because of the way the people are reacting to what has happened in Nigeria, that almost forced both his investigators or his accusers to force him to come to court. Even when they talked about issuing a bench, an arrest warrant, there's nothing in the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal that allows for an arrest. He could have writing back and clarifying the false declaration of assets. So I don't think we've handled it well, but again, it's because of the emotions that is running through the country right now. We'll see if we can get one more call before we go. But again, I remind our people watching us to please go to our Facebook page. Every now and then we do post past episodes on our Facebook page. But the most important thing, go to Facebook and like us. Also, send us your stories of things that are happening around your communities in Houston. It's very important to us. Again, starting from next week, we're going to bring in candidates that are running for the post of mayor, and we're going to interview them, we're going to grill them, and we're going to find out exactly what they want to do for our community, for our African community. I mean, we're a very, very large voting bloc in the Houston mayor's race. So starting from next week, we will start to bring in the candidates one by one. We've actually done one about a month ago. Chris Bell was here. And we're going to try to get as many as possible to come talk to our people and tell us exactly how they would benefit us if we vote for them. It looks as if we're not getting any calls in right now. So I would kind of like to sign out today. We have spent the last 1 hour talking about the issues in Africa, all the new things that are happening. We're very happy that the coup in Burkina Faso is over and the interim president is back, and the elections hopefully will still hold this month coming up in October. We're grateful to Professor Awodia for joining us by phone, and he talked at length, just not on communication, but a little bit on politics and the academic standards and how to raise our academic standards in Nigeria. So once again, my name is Patrick Omosage. I'm sitting in for your regular hostess, Jumoke, who would be back shortly in a couple of weeks. But right now, I would say go to our Facebook page, like us, send us comments on our Facebook, and then send us the happenings within your community. So we'll see you all next week at the same time, 10 o'clock. Again, this has been done on MBC. Have a great weekend and a great week coming up. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Wazobia Market.
apologize for that break. It was a technical itch. We've not had that in a long time, right?
Yeah, but
But you said the weather is changing things, or
it wasn't. I mean, thank God it wasn't NEPA that took life,
No, that's story for another day. I will share that experience with you. Well, let's quickly go over some of the tips for us to stay healthy and lower our risk for breast cancer. Remember, the month of October is the month of breast cancer awareness. Whatever you can do, contribute your quota, join a walk around you, contribute something, $1, $2. This will help fund researchers that will make cancer history in the world at large. So let me quickly start with mine, and it says consider taking an estrogen blocking drug for people with family history of cancer or people over 60. So also it says don't smoke. Breastfeed babies for as long as possible, advisably 1 year minimum. So that's for all women. I think that's something to, and get fit and support breast cancer research at the same time. What do you have, Prof?
Well, look, it's still this is really what I consider more of what we all should do just to be fit and stay alive longer. Avoid being overweight. Let's not, don't get beyond. Everybody has what you call a BMI, what's your mass value and all that, height, weight,
But that's something we'll have to get someone to talk about, because
Yeah.
that thing at times gets a bit controversial, because they tell you your muzzle at some point.
Well, look, I can explain it, but again, when I do visit my doctor, he will tell me, okay, this is fine, I like this, I like where you are now. And at times I go back 3 months later, I'm a little bit above where he wants me to be, and we'll talk about it. And he tries to tells me what kind of food.
To advise, yes.
Not that I should eat, but that is best for me.
Okay.
I mean, the one thing he hasn't been able to win me off is dodo, fried plantain. I can almost do every other thing.
That, right?
So I'm so much into that. And then they talk about, one of the tips is keep physically active for at least 30 minutes a day. Most people, without even really realizing it, are really active for 30 minutes a day. Either through their work and all that. But let's pay some attention on that. Drink little or no alcohol, which is, it's really very good advice, really, because, I have an adult beverage every once in a while, but it's not something that, because I really never want to be in any kind of trouble. So I rarely drink, because you're going to be moving around driving. So that takes that checks that with me. So let's. These are great tips. I think everybody should try to abide by them, follow them as religiously as you can, and hopefully, with God's blessings, we can stay clean. We can have a clean bill of health.
Yeah, so that's what we're sharing with you today. And like we said, please go into our Facebook page and like us. Thank you for all those who've liked us already. Thanks for all those who've become our friends on Facebook. And we'll look forward to having more friends. But guess what? You can also tell us what's happening. Give us some tidbits of just happening within your community. You could be Malian, you could be Nigerian, you could be Senegalese, wherever you come from, Burundian, Rwandan. Anywhere you come from, please just tell us what's happening in your community. You want to share a story, something big happening, something important and notable. This is your platform, so you need to take it yourself.
Well, we've come to the end of end of our program this morning. But let again help out, not with the weather situation, but let's remind you, what the city of Houston is saying, that if you really don't have much to do outside, you better stay indoors. They expect it to be flooding, and we do know how floods can take a big toll on our community. The last time we had a flood was the Labor Day weekend, and we lost 8 lives. So people have to be very careful. So good people of Houston, we hope to see you all back here.
Big thanks to our supporters, All States Insurance Agent, Kaide Ajanaku, and of course to Wazobia Food Market. I want to say big thank you to you for supporting our show till now. So, if you want to be part of the show, get in touch with us, come over to MBC, give us a call, and it's not too expensive to support the show and keep it going, so that we can always keep talking about those things that affect us and define us as Africans. So, we hope to join you again next week, but next week, I will be here, but Prof, Is Prof going to be here?
I should be.
Okay. All right. Have a very wonderful weekend, y'all.
Bye-bye.